Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? It's Life of Brandon Karen. I just want to do a quick video real quick. It's going to be pretty quick. I'll drop a picture here in a little bit and kind of show y'all what I'm talking about a little bit. But for any prime drivers, especially new guys, man, you got to really watch some of these routes. Don't ever 100% trust the GPS. This will get you in trouble. So I just did a load. I just finished it. I was a little late with all this crazy weather that's going on. Pennsylvania is nuts right now. Right now it's, I think, 14 degrees or something like that with 14-mile-an-hour winds. Feels like 4 degrees. I've been north since the 5th. So I mean, it's just been cold and snowy the whole way here. Which when you're 80,000 pounds, which I was pretty close, I was like 78,000 or something like that. You know, it's not that big of a deal as long as you are paying attention and being safe and, you know, not worrying about what other people are doing and pushing you around. Just do what you got to do. And, you know, honestly, it was a pretty smooth ride overall. But anyways, so I picked up from Tyson in Joslin, Illinois. Not too bad of an area to get to. It was pretty snowy and icy, but overall it wasn't too bad. There was a lot of prime trucks that picked up there that same night. I mean, there was a fleet of us, of prime drivers there that night, so it wasn't too bad at all. However, my 90, which is my receiver, that was a straight up disaster. Now, let me tell you a little story. So this is called Wicked and Craig of America, and it's in Curwensville, Pennsylvania. Okay. So I run with two GPSs. I have the Qualcomm GPS from Prime, and I also have a Rand McNally GPS. Okay. I had both of those running. I checked my maps, I checked routes, everything looked good. Well, you also, when you get dispatched to a load, they give you what's called the last mile. Now, normally, that last mile is your bread and butter, because it will save you. A lot of times it has saved me from trouble, being on routes that I'm not supposed to be on. You know, a lot of times it has. Nothing is 100% out here. Your eyes are 100%. You have to determine, you know, if that route is safe for you to be on or not, and if there's another route or what to do. That's the only 100%. All these other things are just, you know, 75 to 90%. And your maps, I mean, that's going to give a broad spectrum, but it's not going to get down deep into every single road and turn. Anyways, so the Curwensville, Pennsylvania, this Wicked and Craig of America, I just hauled a load to them. That was a straight nightmare. Both GPSs told me to do exactly what the last mile was telling me to do. That last mile was setting me up for straight failure. That last mile, if you ever get this load, do not follow that last mile. Do not follow your GPS's once you get off of I-80 to exit 120. Once you get off at exit 120, follow it down to 879 to 453, to Filbert Street. That's it. Stop following GPS's after that. Once you get to Filbert Street, you've got to cut over to it's like Sheffield Street, or River Street to Sheffield Street, and you're going to take a left. So you're coming down 453. You're going to take you'll come to a stoplight. Okay, right before you get to that point where your instructions are going to tell you to go a little bit further and turn on Center Street. No, don't turn on Center Street. That's a no truck route. If you go through that little town and you go to Sheffield and you go to and you go to past Center Street, the next lane that you're gonna be able to turn on is that Sheffield Street. That's a neighborhood. That is no trucks over 10 tons, which is a tractor by itself is 10 tons, and that's bobtail. So anything, you know, any kind of trailer, anything over that, you're already over. So that is don't go into that town unless you're going past it. That is a no-go. Don't follow that last mile. Once you hit Filbert Street, 453, you're gonna take a left at the red light onto Sheffield Street. Go to Sheffield Street. You're gonna pass a lumber company on the left-hand side. As soon as you pass that lumber company, Cooper Street is on the left. You're gonna follow that all the way up. The GPS will stop you, but it is on the right-hand side. You're gonna see a school on the right-hand side on Cooper Street. It's the next right-hand turn. So past the school, go around the curve. You'll see a company on the left. It's gonna be on the right. So you will see the Wicked and Craig of America, but the turn is tight to get in there. If you don't turn it wide enough, your trailer, depending on, like my tandems were, I think, in the 9th or 10th hole, since I was pretty heavy, and if you don't turn it wide enough, your tandems are going to fall in a little ditch. You don't want that to happen, so you got to be real careful and make sure you turn wide in there. It is a 2-lane road, so there's not a whole lot of spot to go out and go wide. The entrance is narrow. It's just a disaster all the way around. But this is an important message, especially for new guys, rookies, hell, I don't even know what to tell you, people that have not done this load before. If you ever get this load, I hope I could help in some way, shape, or form. It was a nightmare. It put me in multiple bad situations. Yeah, I won't even go into all the bad situations. Let's just say that it was terrifying. But I made it out of everything. I was very cautious. But yeah, one, I hope I never get this load again. Two, if it was to ever come up, I mean, at least I know what to do now. How to get in there, how to get out of there. It would be so much easier next time, I promise you that. But hopefully y'all can watch this video, and I'm going to post that picture right now. Here it is right here. Alright, so you just saw that where I scribbled out. Don't follow that, okay? The parts where I left, you can follow that part. But some of the parts where it's like turn left, don't even do the whole Center Street thing, but where I think it says like turn left and stuff like, or turn right, it's actually going to be a turn left. And so just know that what I did not mark out, look for those roads, okay? But I will tell you that once you go I-80, you get off on exit 120. You get off on exit 120, you're going to go down 897. 897, you're going to go through a little town or whatever, but it's fine. It's just a straight shot down a little mountain, down a little hill, curve, stuff like that. You'll come up to a red light that you're going to turn left onto 453. Once you go to that 453, you're going to follow that down. Again, it's another skinny road, but it's fine. It's really not that bad. Little curvy. You'll get past there. You're going to come up to another red light right before you get to that Center Street town or whatever, that little town that's back in that area. You're going to get past there. Don't go straight through that red light. You're going to want to turn left onto Sheffield Street or whatever it is. River Street, Sheffield Street. You're going to want to turn left at that red light. Do not go through that town if you're going to this place. And then go down. You'll see the lumber company on the left. Take Cooper Road. It's Cooper Road all the way until you see a school on the right, and then it's the next company on the right. So it's really easy if you go that route, but do not follow last mile. I can't stress that enough. you will be in a lot of trouble. And what I mean is not necessarily trouble, but you could get stuck, you could get fat fines, because it's all no truck routes. You could potentially cause wrecks, disasters. You could potentially take out cars, homes, road signs, trees. Boy, it was a nightmare. I am so glad that I got out of there. I figured out what I needed to do. I knew when I looked at those routes that I was like, hey, there's no way I'm going down those routes. There's not going to happen. It's not physically possible. There are major reasons why those are no truck routes. Not just, we just don't want trucks on this route. There's major reasons why they don't want trucks on that route. So, I hope I helped out. I hope y'all understand this video. I hope I'm not just jambling on and it's making it hard to understand what I'm saying. But just know, if you're going to Curwensville, Pennsylvania, Wicked and Craig of America, if you're with Prime, I don't know who else delivers there. I'm sure other trucking companies do too, but I work for Prime, as you all know, and so I know for a fact that we obviously deliver there because I just did, and it was a effing nightmare. So hope I helped. Hope y'all have a great day. Please try to stay safe if you're out here on these roads. These roads are a disaster. I've already seen one extremely bad wreck with a XPO logistics truck and 2 trailers. It was, yeah, I've already seen a really bad car wreck. It's slushy out here, and it's cold enough to freeze, has been for days. So it's definitely not getting above freezing. Hasn't been in a while. So be safe, take care, and be cautious. See ya.